Golly, bro.
What the hell is you talking about?
Big country,
Big country low on pound. Oh, never
on
mind.
pound for pound. Yeah, I seen that.
Oh my bad.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is going on, y'all? Y'all tuning in to the 6-man combo. Let's get it. What's going on, people? What is going on, man? As you already know, Tuesday night is upon us, which means this is the 6-man combo episode 100. I am your host, 6-man K Styles, as you already know it. To the stage left, we got Garcidius over here, the main villain, Mr. Mad by Sports.
Right.
And right below me, as you already know, this is one of my other OGs. It's the Summer Hill Nightmare, but y'all know him as the Don. What is going on me?
What's good, y'all?
Alright. And we got another special guest for us tonight, as you already know, man. It's one of my player partners here. It's your boy Fresh. What's happening?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Well, as y'all already know, man, we all got to kick these shows out right, man. We got to hit a real roll call. That real roll call. Roll
Throw that Bruce Lee, boy. That Bruce Lee.
You kill my teacher.
Well, that sound like you had to take.
Bro, y'all don't know nothing about Bruce Lee, bro. Y'all know nothing about Bruce Lee.
You know you talking to the wrong guy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I had that Bruce Lee look on my face, bro.
Bro. Hey, look, that look helps when you gotta take a mean dunk. I'm telling you that much now.
Boy, listen, man.
We ain't shit. Let's go ahead and get to the roll call.
Bruce Lee, listen.
We gotta get a shout out to Big Ant, like I said. We gotta get a shout out to the members first. That's Big Ant.
Good, Big Ant.
Big Ant.
Good, man.
And looking like that may be all the members that's in attendance tonight. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of the roll call. We got Robert Ponder, Pat Norris, Joseph Thornton, ATL Leo, William Amy, Devon's in the building, Michael Walker, Deers, our people right there. Y'all make sure y'all show her some love. Keyshawn Blad, B. Coleman, Deers. Motherfucking Devontae's in the building. Mr. Cookie by Nature. Yeah, boy. Ghost Peppers. That Town Dirty. We got Andrew G in here. Hey, Devontae, what the hell is you talking about? Don't none of y'all know about yet. But like I said, y'all talking to the wrong mother. I'm telling you. All right, DJ, cut the beat. Thank you. Now, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and how we're gonna kick it off tonight. We're gonna name this the first down segment. I want to go ahead and let Fresh run point here because I think when we look at this Falcons schedule, it's already been determined that this is the easiest schedule. But I want Fresh to run some numbers for me that he showed us earlier. I want y'all to check what he talking about. Floor is yours, Fresh. What you got for him? And why the hell is there two mics on the screen?
He got a doppelganger. he brought in a doppelganger.
He don't die. He multiply.
Man, worse than payback kids.
Hell nah. But what you got? What you got, Fresh?
Can you count, suckers?
Let me see.
I say the future is ours. If you can count. No, I'm just playing.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on, let me make sure I can count. Let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 12. Well, nah, I can't count, man. What you got for me? You gotta help me out on that.
Well, as we all know, they said the schedule is easy. I did a little research and digging, and I looked up our teams. Well, the teams we're playing past rush defense. A lot of these teams we're playing are in the bottom half of the league in rush. And that's playing, I feel like they setting us up for some glory. At least 5 of them was 25 and below. Well, 24 and below. The others were in the teens, but some of them we played in the teens and we ran the ball on them easily. So therefore, I feel like this year, with what we got and what we added to the team as far as in the run game, it's going to get ugly. It's going to be some real physical football. It's going to be some real smash mouth. Only one team that we play is in the top 10, and that was the Titans. And they had the number 1 rush defense with 76.9 yards per game given up. But they was number 32, dead last in pass defense. Mm-hmm. So that, to me, a little bit, that number is skewed some, because it's like, wasn't nobody running on them. We just throw the ball on y'all all day.
Did you look at the acquisitions those teams made this offseason?
Some of them, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look it up too, because I'm, that's a good topic that you brought up, because if we trying to run the ball down teams' throats, that does look good. That's a good number, and that can set us up for a playoff spot. But I want to see what these teams did in the offseason, like draft picks or free agent moves, to if they trying to get better, in run defense.
Well, as far as the Cardinals, I know in our division, they ain't getting no better.
Yeah, I don't think they really improved in the draft.
None of them. The Saints and the Bucks are going to rely heavily on rookies in their trenches.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's a recipe for them. And I don't really think anybody made that much significance in their run defense. Honestly, I think a lot of people went more of the shiny pieces than the trench play.
Yeah.
Now, the only team that really, when I look at the schedule, that I feel like can probably do anything with our run game is the Panthers and the Commanders with their defensive lines.
Yeah, Commanders, they hot and cold with their defense, their D-line. And the Panthers, we know, their D-line has been kind of good the past few years.
Yeah, so I really don't see it. And I don't think us being the number 3 rush team in the league is going to change. I honestly think we're going to be probably number 1.
Yeah, not only just getting Bijan Robinson back, drafting Bijan Robinson, but you got to look at people, man. My boy Bergeron, that boy, I'm telling you, that dark spot is sold up now. So now the eyes is gonna be on Dahlman, our center. Can you step up and play better than what you did last season?
I think he will on the snapping part, because once Ritter came in, he didn't have that many bad snaps. Mm-hmm. But I want to see the work on him getting pushed back. I want to see that part come up. You know what I'm saying? And also about Ritter, now I feel like now that we have an actual quarterback who can throw the ball and won't be scared, it's not going to be a lot of loaded boxes. And that's going to be the main factor, I feel like, is going to take our run game up even more because you can't load the box. And even if you did load it, we still going to run it at y'all and we still going to pick up the yards. We proven that last year.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Right.
Well, I think there's an interesting dynamic with the defense, though, that's going to greatly help the offense. And it's going to allow the offensive line to kind of form some cohesion, as well as the receivers kind of come along. And that dynamic with the defense is they're going to be able to sit on routes. Like those with that, they're going to be able to sit on routes because now you have a safety back there who's known for his range. All right, he can cover both sides of the field. He has that. I'm not saying he's Ed Reed, but he has that Ed Reed type of ability where he can hit sideline to sideline no matter where he lines up on the field. And that gives a guy like AJ Terrell a lot more confidence, being that he can, jump on those short routes. And that this is why guys like Clark, Phillips is going to be so important to that defense because now if they miss something, they know that their offense, even if they give up one score, they know their offense is going to control the ball for 6 minutes. We know that for sure, that Arthur Smith's offense is going to command the ball for at least 5 minutes every possession.
Every drive.
When you have that, that's a dynamic that's going to give your defense confidence. Even if we mess up, my offense is going to give us a chance to rest, get the plan together, figure out where we made a mistake, and then go at it. But that's a dynamic that they haven't had in a while.
Also, the offense, with that being said, taking 5 to 6 minutes each possession, any team is not going to get that many possessions. So y'all not going to be able to run the ball just like you did last year and down there kind of play our game. You're going to have to throw it and put it in the air, whether you got the quarterback to do it or not. And that kind of somewhat takes out the short passing game. You're going to have to go at least medium to long, unless you want to throw an interception, and you still might throw one with the type of DBs we got.
Yeah, Jerry Gray, our secondary coach, he's known for having those DBs sit on those routes and try to pick them off. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, Mike, because like that right there is going to be another dynamic for our secondary. We're going to be trying to get turnovers. I'm trying to figure out how was Green Bay last year in turnovers? I'm about to look that up. And I'm also have to look up what the Saints did as far as turnovers last year as well, because that can be like a outlier of how we're going to be this year.
He said turnovers as far
You
as
said Green Bay?
takeaways.
Yeah, because he was in Green Bay last year.
Okay, takeaways per game. Green Bay was 11th in the league at 1.4 per game.
That's good. That's above average.
Right.
That's why I said, like, I've been knowing Gray for a long time, especially when he was in Minnesota with Xavier Rhodes. Like, he was known for those DBs sitting on those routes and just picking them off.
Hey, man, I love it. Hey, like you said, you're bringing in the coaches that's actually bringing in that aspect of development to this franchise that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they definitely needed. But let me get this super chat right quick. Hey, man, Red Swan, appreciate the super chat, man. Said just show
$9.99.
$9.99. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Fellas, y'all got anything else?
Oh,
y'all want to hit on right quick?
The Packers had 17 interceptions, 2 for touchdowns.
So 2 big hits.
Hey.
That's why I was trying to wonder, because like I'm trying to think about, because his motto is always trying to get the ball back. get the ball back so the offense can score.
351 in interception return yards.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
good.
man. That's great. Shoot, that's more than what we've seen down here.
I'm telling you, that's look 11. Like I know some people gonna be like, that ain't top 10. Like, were we even in the top 20? If we being honest, like
Let's find out. Let me see.
bro, please don't.
Takeaways per game. We were 26th last year.
No,
One per
bottom.
game.
Yeah, we bottom of the barrel, man. That's not even we even in the top 25. Like,
Man,
that's what I'm saying. So if people gonna complain about that, like that's not even top 10. I'm like, it's better than being in the bottom of the barrel. I'd rather be 11th than 26 any day of the week.
Shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. But damn it, I just had it. I'm sitting here looking at these numbers and I lost all train of thought because I was like, damn, one that sucks. But speaking of that, and Devontae spoke on it earlier. Jermaine Ifedi getting cut by the Falcons. I know that's kind of that man shot people.
That means one thing, you guys.
I told you so. That's a Prince remix right there. I told y'all so, man. Done. Give him the reason why I'm saying I told you so, because we got a certain offensive lineman that a lot of people thought that was going to be absolute ass. Well, in your opinion, why that guy? We were just talking about that in the chat about this gives us the opinion of, all right, one guy is pretty much in the good. Who is that guy?
My boy, you know, go blue, Jalen Mayfield. But like, you know, and that's the problem. People keep saying, "Oh, he's trash." Like, you telling a person that played right tackle at Michigan, all right, and your tackles are always going to be your best players on the team, your best linemen on the team. So you telling him to go from right tackle to left guard, and I feel like he played below average. He played below average, and then you had Mike Hennessy right there by him. Like, what did you expect he was going to do?
And then he went up against quite a bit of top tier lines on top of that.
Exactly. Like, we played doggone Fletcher Cox. We played what's the dude that played for Chicago?
Ndamukong Suh.
Like, all these Vita Vea, like, he went up against Aaron Donald. Played Aaron Donald. I think that was like the second game of his career. Like, but y'all expecting this man to he need to be the best person on the line. I'm like, come on, like, he's a rookie.
Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne.
Yeah, the list gets deeper, man. I remember that 21 season.
Yeah,
but now he's going back. He's going to be a swing tackle for us. What Devontae said, and I think that'll be the best thing for him. But I'm pretty sure he's still going to compete for that left guard spot. But I don't think he's going to beat out Bergeron, man. I'm just going to be honest with you on that.
Beat Bergeron out. Like I said, the biggest difference between the situation with Bergeron, even though he was a tackle, and them moving him at guard, the biggest difference, like you said, Bergeron's going from left tackle to left guard.
That's not a big transition.
The kick and drive leg is literally the same. Whereas Mayfield, you went from right tackle to left guard. Your whole technique changes.
And you moving inside.
And then the dominant arm too. It's like from one side, like your left arm becomes your dominant arm when you're playing on the left side. And then your right side, obviously, you're right. Most guys who play on the left side have to be kind of ambidextrous, be able to have that dominant arm. And then your right side, obviously, you're right. Most guys who play on the left side have to be kind of ambidextrous, be able to have that dominant arm. And then your right side, obviously, you're right. Most guys who play on the left side have to be kind of ambidextrous, be able to have that the equal strength on both sides. So it was like for a guy like
Mhm.
Jake Matthews, he's fundamentally sound, but if he moved to the right, it wouldn't be too much of a fall off with him. But that's why most guys, when they go from left tackle to right tackle, they perform a lot better on the right side because their right hand is typically their strong hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
shout out to Noah here. He said he said Jermaine Ifedi started on a few teams. Yeah, I forgot we even had him.
Man.
I ain't gonna tell you
Yeah.
no lie. I forgot all about him too. But yeah, like I said, definitely give Jalen Mayfield that opportunity to come back, be that swing tackle, and learn the game the right way. So he'll be all right.
I
And
just thought
shout
about
out
something. I just thought about something, K Styles. I'm sorry, but I gotta get this out before we miss this. I think the reason why we signed Jermaine and Freddie, they were confident they were gonna lose Matt Bergeron. I think that was the main reason why we signed him. I didn't think they didn't think we would be able to pick up a guy his quality at that time. So he was actually the insurance policy. So now that they have Bergeron, now they can move Jalen Mayfield over that spot and put him as that emergency, and then have a Tyler Vrabel and both those guys kind of fight
Mhm.
it out as far as that backup position. So it's like you don't really need those guys at this point, man. You got a solid guy in Caleb McGarry. You got Mayfield who can play right, left, and then you have Tyler Vrabel who can be a backup behind those guys. So you always have guys in your system. I think that's the biggest thing in your system. Vrabel is a system guy. Mayfield is a system guy, and Fetty wasn't necessarily a system guy. He was just
He was
a
insurance
veteran you
policy.
can throw in.
He
Right.
was an insurance policy because we brought him in last year before the season started because we didn't know about McGarry. If we being real,
Mhm.
all right, McGarry had a solid year last year, so okay, before the draft, it made sense to just bring him in because you didn't know what you had in Mayfield. You didn't know about the left guard spot. Okay, well, you addressed the left guard spot by drafting Bergeron. And the signs of him getting cut over Mayfield, that's pretty much smells to me that Mayfield is having a good offseason. He's probably working out, he's been in the gym or whatever the case may be. And they were like, hey, we got our own guys that we drafted. We don't really need the insurance policy anymore. These guys are stepping up, they doing what they need to do.
mm, hey, I like that. I like that.
I
And
concur.
shout out to William Amy with the 199 super chat. Said we win in more than 10 games, 14 wins for me.
I can see
Hey man,
that.
hey, it's a possibility, man. Hey, hey, look, all thing I say right here is they better win the damn division. That's the main thing we looking for right now. Hold on, let's see
I
this.
have him at 12-5. I have him at 12-5. I told y'all I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive in my predictions this year, but I have him at 12-5. I think that's feasible, especially with the style of play that we're gonna play. It's gonna be physical. Now we have the depth to even play physical. That's the biggest part of being able to with the Falcons. They have the depth to be able to play physical. A lot of teams want to be physical, but let's be real. If you don't have depth behind the starters, it's hard to play physical. You got to play soft. So, and that's a huge part of what the Falcons have now. They have depth to be able to continuously, if somebody go out, somebody get hurt, we can plug in another a guy that built like a Caleb McGarry and Jalen Mayfield, and we won't miss a beat.
Yeah. I don't like predictions, man. I don't like, I I just look. I just say knock on wood. Hope everybody stay healthy, and let's ride on to the season.
Right. So we're gonna get right to the next topic here. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Not only for Six Man K Styles, but for Mad Mike Sports GSN page where he's almost at 1K. What'd you say? You about 30 on that one from about 40? Mike.
It's at 9:30, so we need about 70. Yeah, about 70 more. That page is going to be for a lot of wrestling fans, and that's going to be expansion of topic as far as just the NFL, NBA. We're gonna have some baseball on there, and obviously we're gonna have the Hawks, but that's going to be expansion. But wrestling fans, if you into wrestling, head over to GSM at Mike Sports. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We already started the transition there. Also, we're gonna start doing all the major pay-per-views, doing recaps of it. So all you wrestling fans, head over there.
And y'all may. What you got? What you got?
I'm just throwing the ones up. That's it. I'm just throwing the ones up.
Look. I was ready for if you were gonna throw the ones up. I was ready for you to smell what the Rock was cooking.
Oh man,
He's starting to do that now. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit your boy. It's your boy Fresh. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to him as well.
Somebody said Derek had a good question. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to take over.
Go ahead. Do you think?
But he said, "What's your prediction on who would be the start on our starting D line?" Well, we know Grady Jarrett gonna be on there.
That's an.
He ain't play Calais Campbell, but I was like Calais Campbell. He's not gonna play that. He said he want to play at least 60 snaps a game. So I don't know how that's gonna work and who's gonna come in. But you also got Taquan Graham right there as well. So you got Campbell and Graham is going to be your ends if we're doing 4-3. Grady Jarrett is going to be your 3 tech, and I think 1 tech is going to be, I guess, Goldman, or you have Omiyata. Like our D line is so like deep, you could just throw anybody out there, and we gonna be straight,
bruh. We like at this point, boy, we don't damn like you said, we know Grady.
Grady gonna be
That's
out there.
about it.
Yeah,
Grady and
exactly.
Calais Campbell, you got to put those two out there. Like you just cannot just say, "Well, we're gonna put Grady on the sideline and put Calais Campbell on the side." No, they gonna be out there. They gonna eat.
It's too many Mitch and matches that we can put together to really say, like y'all said, man, Grady is definitely he's the only one that is gonna be out there for sure.
Now, this is what I was thinking about the other day. What if you got Calais Campbell, all right, as an end? Then you have Grady Jarrett at 3 tech. You have Goldman at 1 tech, but you have Omiyata as the other end. I know that's unorthodox. It's unorthodox, but just think about it though. But look, you still have to play. You still got your linebackers. You still got E.B. Katie. So if you got E.B. Katie lined up behind Omiyata, bro, that's an easy sack for him.
Kind of like what they do with Demario Davis and Cam Jordan. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing they did in New Orleans. That's why you got a guy like Caden Ellis was getting 7 sacks last season. How they lined up their D line. They went heavy, man. They went heavy on the D line, and their outside linebackers 8, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, look, like you said, Onyemata, Calais Campbell, Eddie Goldman. Like you said, I think Timothy Horn might get his ass cut here, unfortunately, or he might be going back to the practice squad. Like I said, you
put him on the practice squad because we don't know about Goldman, man. He may end up waking up one day and being like, "Man, I'm gonna retire again."
So that will make that'll make a couple players damn insurance policies like we was talking about earlier. Hey, look, they said right before the free agency started was you can call us 3-4, you can call us 4-3. Our defense is get to the motherfucking quarterback. So that's all I needed to hear right there.
That's it.
And shout out to Ephraim Jones, got another $1.99 super chat. He said ATL ho. ATL ho, ATL ho. I definitely appreciate that.
with the shoulders in.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and get into what the main topic for the night is. Special teams playing big role for the Falcons' success in 2023. Now, if y'all didn't watch Cooler Talks last night, Cooler Talk Monday last night, we kind of had a discussion on the importance of special teams and how the biggest difference between a team that can be successful and a team that can fail can rely on special teams. But let's focus on our special teams for this upcoming year. Um, Anybody want to go ahead and run point on this one? Floor is yours.
We know what Young Wei Koo can do. I'm not even gonna have a discussion on him. The man is solid. He's consistent. One person that hasn't got his flowers last year, Bradley Pinion, the punter. Like this man flipped the field so much for our defense so much, man. And like I said, like he never got his flowers, and I'm glad that we brought him back, and we did sign him, I believe, in the offseason to a 3 year deal or something like that. Like he's like, I think he's like top 10, the top 10 highest punter paid right now. So he's getting his money, and he earned every penny of it last year.
Hey man, go ahead, Fresh. What you got?
I was gonna say I definitely think special teams gonna play a big role, especially because now that you have added John Robinson, you can really put Cordell back there in the back now, and he can take them kicks back and stuff now. So say they score, you that score gonna mean nothing if Cordell takes it back. And then not only that, somebody who was very consistent back there was Avery Williams on the punt return. I think he was leading the league in punt yards return, and he almost broke a couple. And I feel like this year he might get him a couple of punt sixes.
Well, I think to kind of add to that, again, the theme of this year and the next in the last couple of years has always been depth, and we're going to be able to ride the high hand. As far as returning is concerned, especially the kick returners. Like if Avery Williams, for whatever reason, he goes through those dry spells where he's not breaking them, and a guy like CP, he look for the biggest thing with returning, you just got to have elite, and I'm talking about elite confidence. That's first and foremost. You can have all the speed and quickness and all that, but you got to have the elite confidence, and I think that's the thing with CP that makes him untradeable. And I saw the post from Chat Sports by way of Bleacher Report that was saying that the Falcons quote unquote trade CP to the Browns. Well, one of the things with championship teams and trying to contend for championships, you can't replace guys who's actually been there. It's like if you've been in the war, you've been in those fights, you know what it takes, when you need to take those breaks, how you need to take care of your body, the things you need to do, eliminate, and how you need to think, get ready for game day. Those are the things that a CP is going to be able to teach a lot of these young kids. And I want to highlight this too while I'm on that. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of people are looking at Desmond Ridder now. It's like, oh, yeah, he ripped. Well, yeah, he is ripped because a lot of people don't know coming out of college, you only have like a month and a half to get your body right for the NFL season. That's literally all you have. So you're basically playing in the pros and with a rookie body, with a college body. And a lot of times that's not going to take. So now these guys know what it takes to get their body in shape. And this is why having a Calais Campbell is important. This is why having a Grady Jarrett and a CP on his roster, because he can teach
Mac
these
Hollins.
young kids to do, and a Mac Hollins to teach a guy like Drake on how he needs to keep his body healthy.
Because Drake, look, he was very lanky last year,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure like he's done put on some muscle mass. He had to, like, you got to be physical in this type of offense. And he did it. He did a good job last year. Not saying that he didn't. But you got to get the grown. You know, it's different between college weight and grown men NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fresh did he was right as far as Avery Williams. Now I think Avery Williams is definitely gonna turn that corner to be that elite returner that we need. But at this point in time, until he turns that corner, man, you got to keep CP there. CP just like he's a home run hitter, man. You can't replace that. And he, like I said, you can't replace elite confidence. That dude know he's that damn good. He know he's that good in returning. You could just throw him out of the bad possession and he'll forget it and he'll end up making a play on special teams. So you gotta have as many special teams guys as we saw in the Super Bowl. That's what happened to Kansas City. An elite return at the right time. You gotta have those special teams guys, and that's why we're seeing a lot of these guys being signed from other teams. Like there were special teams guys like I'm about to call him Percy Miller. What his name is? The one from Seattle. The wide receiver. I forget it. We just
talking about Penny Hart.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I want to say Percy Miller when I see that. Make him say,
I was about to say, you about to have a No Limit Soldier reunion going on over here.
But special teams has always been important. Like, let's look at the 2006 Chicago Bears. We know they had a dominant defense.
Oh my gosh!
But that special teams unit definitely helped. Mm-hmm. Like their offense wasn't really all that, but it was a special teams and a defense.
Yeah. Also, to add in on Brian Penn's great punting he's done. Now with the defense we got, I feel like we definitely gonna see some safeties we getting this year.
Yeah, because I got some punter numbers for y'all. If y'all
here we go.
All right, so as we know about Bradley Pinion, and like you said, like Don said before, we know about what Young Wei Koo can do. That's obvious, but like I said, Bradley Pinion gets his flowers on here. He had 62 punts, which is, let me see if you do the math right there. So that'd be about almost 3 to 4 punts a game. 37% of his punts got downed inside the 20, which is pretty damn good.
Wow. Yeah, that's really good.
That's excellent.
Think about that, y'all. Almost 40% of his punts got down inside the 20.
Now, is there a stat of showing that how many punts that he punted the net? Is it 50 yards more? Yeah, did he?
Talk about the net yards. The net yards without, like I said, including the returns, the net yards was at 41.
That's flipping the field. Anything that's above like 35, 40 yards, you flipping the field. Because normally the team starts at the 25.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you done damn near flip the field.
Right. Like I said, the yards per punt per game was at 45. His net was 41. So that's
not a bit different. Yeah.
Let know that they give shouts out to the coverage team as well.
Making sure don't return it.
Exactly. And he gives his gunners enough time to get down there.
That's what hang time for, baby. Gotta hang that thing up there.
You dig?
Like I said, it's cool to have a punter that got a leg that can kick that thing 90-something yards, but damn it, if you out kick the coverage, it serves no purpose.
Exactly.
But y'all said something interesting too about Cordero Patterson. Because looking at a couple of these, depth charts before the camps and stuff got going on, they got Cordero Patterson kind of listed as a backup returner for this team. which we already know.
You got to phase
That's
them
gonna
out.
change right around training camp anyway.
Mm-hmm.
BCP. So how do y'all? So by having this running back room, and then like you said, with the release of BJ Baylor, who was another running back that they kind of had in their system, does this open up for Cordero Patterson to be used less as a punishing runner and be more of what we wanted him to be when he came here?
Here's the thing. I think his role is going to be the same, but and I'm talking about just running back and returner too. I feel like they're going to kind of flirt with trying to have Avery Williams out there more, because you got to think about it. Patterson is he's on his last year. All right. Mm-hmm. He's on his last year. So we have to transition guys for the future and make sure we see that, okay, well, if Cordell leaves, when Cordell leaves at the end of this season, will we rely on you, Avery Williams, to be our returner moving forward? Because if not, that's something that we need to address in the offseason. Because we have tape. We have tape on you this whole season. Mm-hmm. So the same thing with Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson, he is going to be the next Cordell Patterson without returner title. I don't think we're going to see Bijan Robinson returning any punts or kickoffs. So that's that. But as far as Avery Williams goes, we talking about special teams. I think they are grooming Avery Williams to be our returner for the foreseeable future, if he can rise to the occasion this year. That's just my opinion on that.
Now, if Caleb Huntley comes back in a decent shape, or if he even gets the chance to come back at all, I mean, there's your bruising back right there, and you don't really have to use CP for all that, and giving his body all them dents and dings in it, and you can use him how you intended him for.
It's about the playoffs too, man. It's like people forget about the playoffs and having a guy like CP again in those moments where he's been there. I want to have a OG on my side who tell me the things that what I need to watch out for, what I need to look out for. A lot of people go back and they were saying when Matt Sharp was behind Matt Ryan that he was taking up a lot of money, but like that was a valuable position for him because he's an extra set of eyes off the field. If Matt Ryan didn't see anything, you need a guy who's been there and done that to kind of be your eyes, to be your peripheral vision, to be look behind your back. Like you want to have eyes and ears everywhere. And that's the importance of having a guy like CP. Go back to 2016. One of the main reasons why I call Thomas Dimitrov a fucking moron is because he got rid of all the veteran guys. And that's something that Dan Quinn didn't want. But Dan Quinn ended up, obviously not being the guy, but it was really Thomas Dimitrov's fault for getting rid of a lot of the older guys. Dan Quinn wanted to bring back Poe. I mean, obviously we made the trade for Sanu. It ended up working, but trading those veteran guys away and not bringing those guys in is ultimately what done the Falcons in. And that's the reason why I want to hold off to see if one of these guys step up. I say Avery Williams stepping up. He steps up big time. He end up being the guy that we think he can be as far as that third down back, or that guy that he can come in and make some big plays, return, catch the ball out of the backfield, big runs. Then CP becomes someone you can trade. But until somebody steps up, there's no need to get rid of a CP. You need that backup. You need somebody who's been there and done that.
And I think you said the key word too, man. That's a locker room presence. That's a guy that's kind of like I won't say kind of a raw guy, like a guy that everybody gravitates toward too. And then, like you said, you got to remember too, you still got 2 young backs.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, even with Caleb Huntley, you got 3 young backs that can learn intricacies from this league from him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get rid of that. And you said the key thing, and that's why I had my motherfucking head down when you said Thomas Dimitrov and getting rid of all the damn veterans.
That Brian replaced it. He replaced Poe for doggone Terrell McClain. I'm like, bro.
Terrell McClain and Tyler Davis. Right, you know what?
Let's change the subject before we get on this. It's gonna be a whole other hour of me random.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't think. I'm just saying. I did not think that we was going to be talking about Tyler Davison and Terrell McClain. And
I want to have that couch feel for him.
And we decided.
He blaming everything on all. He blaming everything on all the blank now. Like, bro, he's the owner. You the GM. That's your job. The 5 players.
If this man was fly, if this man was really, if Thomas Dimitrov was good like he say he was, why is he still unemployed? Why is he working for analytical? This what pisses me off. The man was never analytical with us as a GM here in Atlanta, but he worked for an analytical firm now. I'm like, how?
Come on, man. Yeah.
But when we
you want to know all the analytics, you just pick the guy off. Oh well, we just saw his tape and we think he'll be a good fit here in Atlanta. Like I heard the interview about Peter Kuntz, why they chose Peter Kuntz. And then after he drafted the man, he had a conversation with him in the cafeteria. And like he said, think of green pastures. I'm like, bro.
What? But
this is why you have to interview your players before you draft them.
You not a scout whatsoever.
He just say?
What you say? No, he told me this is what Thomas Dimitrov said in the interview. He was on 92.9 The Game, I believe. He said that they drafted Peter Kuntz. They said they liked what they saw on tape. And they said that it was after his first year here in Atlanta. He sat in the cafeteria with him at Flower Branch. And he was asking Peter, he said, well, what do you be thinking when you're in the trenches? He said, man, I close my eyes and I have to be thinking of green pastures. And he was like, oh, man, I made a mistake picking this guy. I'm like, you think?
What the fuck does that mean? Green pastures?
That's what Peter Kuntz said, man. I don't look.
Wait. So
those are the questions you ask before you draft them, not after the fact.
This is why you interview your players. This is why.
Oh my god.
This is why Arthur Smith had interviewed all the linemen. Remember, he interviewed Soronsky, and like he was like, "Man, you boring me," because he was trying to be politically correct. People can understand. People can see through the bullshit. All right. Mm-hmm. And Arthur Smith can see that. You boring me. You giving me stuff that I want to hear. I don't want to hear like politically correct stuff. Tell me what can you do. Tell me how you're gonna make the Atlanta Falcons a better team. But
we picked an offensive lineman that thinks about picking flowers and ladybugs off the ground instead of doing his damn job.
You thinking about
that's Thomas Dimitrov for you.
And then when we had Dontari Poe wanted to be here, but you didn't want to pay the $7 million extra dollars in the contract to keep him here, so you let him go, and you brought in Terrell McClain, and then you bring in Tyler Davison, and then you bring.
I know, man. I know. I understand, K Styles. I understand it. I understand your pain.
Then had the audacity to pay $40 million to a corner that gets more yellow flags than R. Kelly videos. But and then fuck around and pay for 2 offensive linemen that couldn't block the sun if the sun smacked them straight in the face.
Man, I'm laughing right now. Look, we remember in 2020. They said the Atlanta Falcons, every position on the offense are former first round draft picks.
I remember that.
I'm like, bro, they were hyping this up. I'm like, Bro, we seen this before in 2013 when we drafted Steven Jackson. When we signed Steven Jackson, we brought in Osi Umenyora, and that season pretty much the wheels fell off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But anyway,
and the Rams kept getting us with their running backs.
Always.
And the way that folk talk about Terry Fontenot, they act like they meant Thomas the beat job. I'm like, bro, y'all is all on crack right now. And like I said, the Dimitrov did some good things, but it's like he did good things and then he did some boneheaded things that overseeded the good stuff.
Yeah, like people could say about the 2011 pick, Julio Jones. That was a good pickup, but you got to look at the con behind that. We didn't have a first-round draft pick in 2012, and 2012 was the worst draft class in his regime. Those guys were out of the league after 3 years.
Is that the draft class with who is that
Peter
guy?
Kuntz?
Desmond Southward or some shit like that?
Hold on. Let's go. Let's go.
No, we don't need to go down this road. We don't need to go down this road, Kev. No, we're not doing it.
He already on it. He got it.
Hold on.
No, Kev, we're not. Never mind. This your show. This your show. I can't tell you what to do on your show. All right.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, that ain't. No, my phone acting crazy right now. Like, yeah, you don't need to be doing this. Save your motherfucker. You know what? I'm not even gonna
your phone don't even want to look at the draft class. That shit was so
your phone don't even want you to give up them bad memories.
I got you right here.
Look. Let me just say
Lamar Holmes. I got you. Peter Kuntz, Lamar Holmes, Brady Ewing, Jonathan Massey.
Brady Ewing.
Brady Ewing. That was the fullback we drafted out of Wisconsin.
For some reason,
that was a 5th round pick. But remember that year, man, we was in love with Mississippi and Wisconsin. We drafted Jonathan Massaquoi. We drafted Charles Mitchell, and we drafted Tre'Davious Robinson.
Hey, y'all want to know how bad that is? All 6 of those draft picks were no longer Falcons after 2014.
2 years later. Wow.
Bro, by 2017, all of those players out of the league, man. Let's just keep it spade to spade. Like, all of those players were out of the league. Out of the league.
They drafted a 6th round rated tackle in the 3rd. Just think about that.
What they like him for? Him swimming with the dolphins or some shit? What are we doing?
He must have had a nice smile.
The only player I feel like had the only
some had to have it.
Yeah,
my grandmother liked him, so I'm gonna take him.
And Devontae, you said it right. Tre'Davious Robinson was the best player dang near, but also he was the most successful player out of that draft class. So let me tell you why. The man became a coach at Georgia State. And Georgia State D-line under his tutelage, Joe, Georgia State D-line, they played okay. They played okay in the Sun Belt Conference.
They did.
That's a lot better than what the other motherfuckers did. I'm just saying that now. But this is why we tell you. The first round picks are the sexy picks. But if your draft class, you can't even get 4 years out of a draft class.
2, 3. At
least today's rookie contract is up.
Because most
Let me
players,
ask y'all a question.
Most average NFL players is 3 years, 3 to 5 years, and we can even get 2 or 1 out of some of these guys.
Crazy.
But that's a question that I got for y'all. You remember when the Falcons fired Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff, what was one of the first moves that we made?
We talking about when we brought in Arthur Smith.
Before that, when we fired Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff, some of the first moves that they decided to do. Y'all don't remember?
Nah, I ain't even gonna cap.
Raheem Morris.
Nope. Y'all, when I say this, y'all gonna say, they went out and got they revamped, they totally revamped the front office. That was the first thing that they did.
Yep.
Why would they do that? It was about player development. It wasn't about coaching.
Yeah,
they got Kyle Smith. They brought the dude from Washington who kind of helped build that defense up there. That offense and defense. Now he's with the Atlanta Falcons. He got a prominent, a big job as one of the head scouts in the Falcons department. That was one of the first moves that they made.
I thought when you told me, what you said the question was when you said that the first thing we did when we fired them during the season. That was like towards the end
those
of
were first moves. That's what I'm saying. The first move after they fired.
Yeah, Kyle Smith was a huge acquisition because he knows he has an eye for college talent. You can tell he was really brewing up something up there in Washington, and Washington was dumb enough to let him go. So we have him now. They kept Anthony Robinson. Remember, Anthony Robinson, he's been on the staff for a long time, and he was good. And he was the guy that also scouted Matt Ryan at Boston College, though. Don't know that. A lot of people don't also know that he was also the person that scouted Grady Jarrett in Clemson. So he's been around for a long time, and he's going to stay in Atlanta until another team. He reminds me of the Terry Fontenot. Remember, Fontenot was there way before Sean Payton and all those guys got there. He been since 2001 or something. So
all those guys are very good at understanding talent, seeing talent. They know how to pick those guys out. They know what the guys are talented at. They know what talent looks like, and that's the first step at being a great organization is understanding and seeing the talent. You can always bring in a coach to develop it, but you gotta have an eye for talent. That's one thing about. You go back and look at the Oakland Raiders team. That's what's so good about John Madden, and they haven't recovered from that John Madden era because John Madden was very good at understanding and seeing talent. He was one of the few guys that can see the talent and develop the talent. And you go back to the Steelers, Chuck Noll, another one of those guys. He see talent and he can develop talent. Those are great qualities. And Bill Belichick, obviously, he's one of those guys who learned from Bill Parcells. They guys, they can see talent and develop talent. Bill Walsh, again, you got Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. These guys were third round, mid round picks. He saw the talent, developed talent. So those are the first thing you always start with building a team is always the front office. You gotta have a front office that's good at discovering talent.
You forgot one guy. I know he ain't win a lot of Super Bowls, but Tony Dungy. Dungy knew talent.
Tony Dungy, yep.
Man, and you talking about the player development, man.
Yeah, man.
We ain't depressing you, K-Styles, are we?
Nah, man. Look. I'm just going through all these draft classes and outside.
Man, stop. That's we can do a show. We can do a show this week and just go by. We can just have Thomas Dimitroff. Matter of fact, I need to figure out what his email because we need to have him on the show. And let's just run down each draft class the years that he did.
And let's ask his thought process in picking.
But why did you pick this person? Like, what was your thought? What all did y'all do? And let's not throw any other than scouts under the bus because at the end of the day, you pulled the trigger.
Yeah, you pulled it, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say, so this guy looking at pretty butterflies is what you think. This guy seeing dolphins, seeing Lucy in the sky on diamond rings and shit. What are we doing here? But you know what?
Peter Kuntz, you know what? Peter Kuntz, he just didn't have. He was good in college, but NFL wasn't his thing. But word on the street now, he's a lawyer, so that explains everything.
Hold on, I had to do some breathing right quick.
I guess before he do cases and stuff, he probably was thinking of green pastures. I don't want him to be my attorney because I'm going to go to jail.
Hey, he gonna have your ass sent out to a green pasture and shit. Out there pillaging the fields and shit.
Hey, look, he said, going back to that 92-90 game interview after tackle drafted, Blank tested Dimitrov and said, fix this now. Yeah, no. The death of it started with Tat.
Ended with Calvin Ridley.
Believe it or not, they actually started in the Super Bowl year. The death of the Falcons actually started in the Super Bowl year. It started when he decided he tried to make the blame out of Richard Smith. Richard Smith was actually the one that kind of put that together, and then Dan Quinn came in and he made him the scapegoat. Luckily, they went on a little run, and the offense kind of bailed them out. But that was the start, the beginning of that trend with Dan Quinn. When anything went wrong, he always blamed everybody else, and he never took. And that's one of, if you look back at the Super Bowl, that's another one of the reasons why I trust my guy. Instead of him saying, being a real coach and a real man, he pretty much just put the Super Bowl in his assistants. You, as a head coach, you make that decision. Mm-hmm. You were supposed to make that ultimate decision. Even if you trust your guys, I'm going to be the reason why we lose this, and not your offensive coordinators. He took the easy way out, saying, I trust my offensive coordinator. You never put him in that position to make those bad decisions. You take it out of their hands, and you be all to blame for it.
And a great example outside of Dan Quinn, let's look at Andy Reid. All right, after that 2019 season, they went to go play San Francisco in the Super Bowl. Who led the charge in that game? Andy Reid. Uh-huh. And then you go a year later because he was trying to get Eric Bieniemy a head coaching job. Eric Bieniemy was pretty much calling the plays, and you could tell Eric Bieniemy was calling the plays in that game against Tampa Bay. Man, it's just prevalent. It's there.
The whole strategy was off.
It was off. That was not Andy Reid. We've been seeing Andy Reid offense for almost 30 years. All right. That was not it. All right. And then now when they went to play Philadelphia this past Super Bowl, Andy Reid learned from that mistake. He was like, you know what? I'm taking over this.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Derek had a question here. He said, I guess this will be the final segment right here, man. This is good. This is actually a good question. I know we about to hear some anger coming out of this. But he said, what are y'all thoughts on Chris Sims ranking Desmond Ridder at 40 below Anthony Richardson, Sam Howell, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young?
No shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit.
Who listens to Chris Sims anyway?
He ain't been a damn snap, and Sam Howell is a fucking bum. I don't even know what the fuck he look like. He probably look like the damn Michelin man. I don't fucking know. And then you got CJ Stroud. What the hell he done did besides throw deep passes to Marvin Harrison Jr.? And then you got Bryce Young up here looking like Bart Simpson. He's about the same damn height as him and damn. Like, what? No shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit.
You have a guy that played 4 NFL games last year, but you trying to tell me that oh well, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young should be ranked higher than Desmond Ridder. Come on, what are we doing here, man? What are we really doing here?
My God, bro.
And then also, let's be real. If we want to talk about college, oh well, look what CJ Stroud did in college. Okay, well look what Desmond Ridder did in college.
He was better.
He only lost 6 games.
Never lost a home game.
Never lost a home game in Cincinnati. With less talent, he didn't have receivers like that. Like CJ Stroud, man, that man had receivers. Like every year, you know, Ohio State receiver gonna be drafted first round pick,
top 10 every year.
Yep.
He had weapons. Like CJ Stroud had weapons. Bryce Young, come on now, you playing for Nick Saban? Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like,
neither school
that's-
still
that's-
hasn't produced a quarterback that does anything.
And going back to Desmond Ridder playing at Cincinnati, like you could tell this man carried that damn program, because when Desmond Ridder left, what happened with the coach? He left. He left Cincinnati to go to Wisconsin.
Right.
It's the same thing, and I'm not trying to compare Ridder to Matt Ryan, but let's be real. When Matt Ryan played at Boston College, he was Boston College.
Yeah.
He was Boston
That's
College.
a great comparison. I forgot about that.
When he left Boston College was like with the crowd. They was out of the top 25 rankings the year he left.
He didn't have a lot of elite wide receivers there either. That's the same
Right.
thing with Ridder also. Ridder didn't have a lot of elite wide receivers.
Exactly.
He made a lot of guys receivers.
Bruh, Matt Ryan had one good receiver at Boston College, and the furthest that receiver went to, man, he was undrafted. He was an undrafted player for the Canadian Football League.
Crazy.
I don't even know who the hell was on that team.
I don't either. That's why I'm like,
I do, because I did my homework, because people were like, oh, he had weapons at Boston College. I'm like, what receivers came out of Boston College?
Bro, I can't even.
I can't even.
All you know
One
in Boston
player.
College for that year, Matt Ryan, that's it.
From any year, really? Shit, I really don't know.
Look, I only know maybe one player, 2 players that played at Boston College at that Matt Ryan time, and that was Matthias Kiwanuka and Mark Herzitz.
Oh my God.
And Matt Ryan was a freshman at that time.
All right, man. Y'all.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man.
Damn.
But going off of that and having him right, I mean, we done seen Chris Sims kind of flip flop all season about the quarterback talk. Like I said, one minute is they need a quarterback, and then the next minute is, oh, he's got some potential. Now they flipping it right back. Be honest with you, I think it's a good thing, because what you're doing is, as much as people want to say that, okay, Desmond Ridder has to prove to me such and such this year, by you already putting him at such a low below the pedestal and already doubting him, his expectation, he ain't got no expectation. He knows nobody wants him here. He doesn't give a fuck. So, hey, he got a booster pack on. Like I said, all he can do is go up from there.
No pressure to break them.
Man,
It's
look,
no pressure.
It's been I don't know how long, but since 2007, man. Let's be real. Like, you can put Jesus Christ behind center, and people gonna boo him. Like, this is what this city wish Mike Vick was back, or somebody similar to this man. Like, Ridder is not the type of guy that everybody in the city wants to get behind. Like I said, he played 4 games last year. He looked good in all 4 of them. Yeah, we won 2 out of those 4. But if you just don't look at the box score, and you actually look at like quarterback ratings and all that stuff, he played above average. He played above my expectations.
He wasn't the reason for the 2 losses. You can definitely say that.
But we lost against New
Saints
Orleans
and
Baltimore. Those are 2 top 10 defenses. Like, come on now. Like, you asking this man to turn water to wine. Like, it's not gonna happen.
D. Coleman said Boston College had receivers.
That's what I was laughing at a little bit. I was like,
Bro, I couldn't even
Bro,
tell you. I
hold on,
honestly can't tell you one wide
when did
receiver.
Matt Ryan come out? Let me see. Hold on. When did Matt Ryan come out? That was 08, right? So we got
Yeah.
to
08, 7.
So you look at
Okay,
2007, 2006.
2007, Boston College.
They were ranked number 1 in the country that year for like a couple.
Yeah, I remember they was ranked. I'm finna see who. Hold on. I'm finna see who was all on this.
Lord have mercy.
I'm
I'm
gonna
scared.
I'm gonna see what wide receivers we can find out of this.
I'm telling you, you ain't gonna find that. I already done my homework. You gonna find Kevin Challenger. Like I'm telling you, he was drafted in. He was a Canadian Football League player.
Okay, so let's see.
Hold
Okay,
on, Kevin.
Andre. Okay, so the best running back on good googly move. Yeah, they had no goddamn receivers at all. Bruh, your running back was your second leading receiver. The man ran for almost 1,000 yards and caught for almost 1,000 yards. Let me see. I know Andre Calendar. He didn't last long in this league, but let me give you some names here. We're talking about his wide receivers: Kevin Challenger, Rich Gunnell. I don't know how the hell you spell that.
sound like a disease.
Brandon Robinson, Ryan Purvis, Clarence McGuire.
That sounds like that sounds like the real names of the X-Men.
or a TV show sitcom or something.
You know how they be having real little goofy ass names.
Yeah.
Bro, this shit is ridiculous.
Listen. Here's the thing: the second best. We know Matt Ryan was the best player on an offense. The second best player on our offense wasn't even a receiver or a running back. It was a tackle. He was drafted. Godson Sherless. He was drafted to the Lions in the first round.
Okay.
He had a lengthy career. Like he played all the way up to 2016. So.
You looking at Gunnell. What the fuck?
Rich
Oh boy, I'm weak.
Gunnell or Rich Goonell. I don't know how the hell you say that shit, but
I heard a calendar. I heard that. That's probably the only person I do remember. Whatever the hell their name is, Challenger, whatever the hell.
Challenger.
Yeah. Nobody else on this thing. They had Billy Flutie as a backup quarterback, so just know that.
Billy Flutie. Wow.
Yeah. So, and just like Don said, after he left, Boston College ain't been shit since. Like I said, you got Luke Kuechly out of
Luke Kuechly, and you got Chris Lindstrom.
They had a running back that was pretty decent, but he never became nothing in the league.
I think he was drafted last year, wasn't he?
You talking about AJ Dillon?
Nah, it was enough. He was number 44. He had almost like 2,000 yards, I think.
Yeah, I remember AJ Dillon.
He didn't have. I remember he didn't used to wear gloves or nothing. And he came out, but never became anything. I think he was like number 44 at running back.
Oh, BJ.
BJ Roger, yeah. Definitely forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Jamal Williams?
Boy, that Lakers getting their ass tore out the frame right now.
But yeah, like you said, man. At this point, like if people gonna say that Desmond Ridder sucks, at this point, like you said, let them keep saying it, because at the end of the day, it ain't bothering them. The coaching staff is putting their faith in them. Like I said, this is a legacy builder. This is a legacy making move right here.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for Desmond Ridder, but Arthur Smith.
The league. This is a very important time for the league. They have to go back to developing the quarterbacks the proper way, because, like I said before, it's like we took this era in the last 20 years for granted. We'll never see this many quarterbacks play at this level ever again. It's just not gonna happen, man. We've never had a 20-year history, a quarterback play at top level for 20 years. We've never seen a quarterback like Matt Ryan in this franchise. And then we talk about Eli Manning, we talk about Philip Rivers, Peyton
Ben
Manning, all these
Roethlisberger,
guys, Ben Roethlisberger. We'll never see this ever again. So we're going back to developing players the proper way, where it should have never, went down this road.
But let me ask you.
You're getting quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are going to go back to the style of managing the damn game, and you're going to run the damn ball. I'm telling you, it's going to go back to running the damn ball and you having a solid offensive line. That's what's going to end up happening, man. That's always running the football is always going to be that's your bread and butter for your football team.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot run the ball, you're off. You can't open up the playbook.
But my thing is, if you, let's say we're looking, we're taking the curtains off right quick. You're looking, because Arthur Smith literally just did an interview with Jim Rome as far as talking about, Desmond Ritter, because he was asking about him. If he has the confidence in this in him, that's letting you know everything that he needs to know. He, like you said, he's going to put his faith in Desmond Ritter. Like you said, y'all may not like it. Some of y'all may not like it. At the end of the day, you're going to learn to love it, or you're just going to continue to hate it. But at the end of the day, if this motherfucking team is winning football games and he's managing the fucking game as we think he's going to do, hey, man, Dub City all day.
Let me tell you, it's I ain't been doing shows in a long time, but I want this person to hear what I got to say. Screw you, Shannon Sharp. Because I remember a month or so ago when the Lamar Jackson thing came out. Oh, so y'all just gonna put y'all chests up like that and say, "Oh, y'all riding with Ritter"? Come on now, like, yeah, we riding with Ritter.
Hey, man, shit. Like you said, like I said, he has nothing to lose now, and that's why I think a lot of people are not realizing what they're doing. He has nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. Think about that. If everybody expects you to suck, what expectation are you really setting for a guy if all you're talking about is how much he's going to suck?
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like y'all trying to throw some stupid ass Jedi mind trick, and if things go well, it's like, man, we just playing.
We just playing. Hey, man, we just playing with you, man. Yeah.
So I'm looking like I'm just waiting for the Jedi mind trick. Like, okay, who gonna? Because if I gotta see one goofy motherfucker who's continuing down this path. Actually, it's two of them, to be honest with you. They both on Twitter, and most of y'all know where I'm going with this shit. Bro, it's annoying. Home team.
What's happening, home team?
What's good?
Thought
what you got?
Come in here and crash the show. Gonna come in and crash it. But I'm listening to y'all, man, and this real talk, man. I've been asking this question for a while now, and I've yet to get an answer from all the naysayers. I just want to know, what in the hell did Desmond Ritter do to y'all? What did he do?
He's not 5 shades darker. That's
I
why.
was just about to say that he light skinned.
He light skinned.
They don't want light skin to come back, but he back, baby.
You can be light skinned as a receiver. You can be light skinned and everything else, but you can't be light skinned at the quarterback position.
I mean, cause I'm looking at everybody that they hyping up. I'm looking at Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. I'm looking at all these guys they hyping up. Anthony Richardson. Where they championships at? What the rings at? I mean, y'all they hyping these, and then check this out. See, this how I'm gonna really fuck them up right here. No, what pick was Matt Ryan in the draft? What pick was he?
Third.
Third overall.
Third overall. Right.
Mhm.
Now see, we love Matt Ryan around here. We love him around here. A lot of the fan base don't love him. But a lot of y'all some bitches wanted a top 10 drafted quarterback. Because you say, what they were saying, K-Style? We need what were they saying? What kind of player they were saying we
They
need?
said they need a marquee player at the quarterback
A
position.
marquee player at the quarterback position.
You had a marquee player, and we had two back to back. You had Vic and you had Matt Ryan. Most franchises are not that damn lucky to have two marquee quarterbacks back to back like that. Because some teams you have a transition. Look at the damn Dolphins after Dan Marino left. Them dudes, they went years, decades without a marquee quarterback. And don't come at me with no Tua. He's the no. Let's chill.
The Browns.
That check down junior right there.
God, you talking about you talking about motherfucking the Browns? Shit.
They never had a marquee quarterback.
What about the Bears?
Never had a marquee quarterback.
The Bears is the only team in the NFL, in the only team out of all 32 teams in the NFL that has not had a quarterback throw for over 3,700 yards yet.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Every team has their identity.
Exactly.
Does anybody remember when Joe Flacco was drafted? That was the same draft.
Round.
It was the same draft as Matt Ryan, right? Well, it was the first round, but he was projected to go the second round.
Right.
But the Ravens traded back from the 8th spot. Ain't that a coincidence? They traded back from the 8th spot to the 18th and blew everybody's mind when they drafted Joe Flacco, who didn't nobody see going in the first round. Nobody had Joe Flacco going in the first round. Matt Ryan went third overall. But here we are. Joe Flacco is a champion. Sadly, Matt Ryan is not. But this marquee draft pick, because let's call it what it really is. It ain't about the quarterback position. It's about how high the pick is and where the analysts and the media scouts project these players to go. So you all, the common fans, y'all see, well, they say C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young gonna go top 3. They gonna go top 4, top 5. We need one of them marquee quarterbacks around here. Well, just like he just said, you had a couple of them in no championships. While in said drafts, you had quarterbacks that weren't even projected to go in the first round, don't won championships. So somebody please explain to me why a Desmond Ritter, who didn't do nothing but put Cincinnati back on the damn map, because they wasn't shit. They was hot garbage before he got there. I'm talking about since the 90s.
I thought Cincinnati, when I seen, when they made it to the Peach Bowl to play Georgia, I thought they still played in the MAC.
I didn't know what I didn't even know what damn division they played or what conference they played in, bro. That's how damn lost everybody was about Cincinnati. I mean, back in the 90s, they started gaining some speed, and I think they fired the director of athletics or something like that for some scandalous shit, and it was just downhill ever since then. And then all of a sudden, here come this high yellow boy. Don't nobody know his name, and all he doing is winning. And then the one team in college football that everybody said was the closest to a professional football team,
he almost beat them.
Georgia Bulldogs. He took them. He put it on Georgia for a little bit in that game, bro. He did. He was giving us the business. But yet and still, here he come, 3rd round pick. You got plenty of examples over history that show you these top 10 picks, these top 10 quarterbacks, they more bust than they are successful.
Yep.
But y'all don't want to hear that. I don't know if it's just some of y'all just not old enough to really understand, or is it that y'all just really just lazy about doing the homework?
Let me shine some light on you. Let me shine some light on this for a second. Let's look at these top 10 draft picks, these top 10 drafted picks, quarterbacks that get drafted in the top 10. Think of them like a fine woman. All right. She look good, she look bad. She can't damn cook. She got an attitude all the damn time.
Oh hell no, she exile.
She's not good financially. She ain't good. No. She's not good to be a partner for you for the rest of your life. All right. But you're gonna take a chance on that person. Person gonna drain your pockets. You gonna end up having a kid with her, and then you get married, and guess what she gonna do? She gonna take you for everything. All right, but you could have just waited, and you had somebody on your side that she wasn't bad like that, but she looked good. College degree, she held it down. She had a kid in the past relationship or whatever, but she was good. Now you looking crazy because she done moved on, she done married, got a successful business and everything. That's how I see those late round quarterbacks like a Russell Wilson, like a Steve Young,
Joe Montana,
Tom Brady. Like those are the guys right there that that's been successful. Like I don't know, we don't know that many quarterbacks that were drafted first overall won Super Bowls like that. Hell, Pat Mahomes was drafted in the first round, but hell, he was drafted in the middle, in the
very last. He was the very last pick.
You said Patrick Mahomes? Nah,
he was
he was number 10.
Yeah,
10.
Yeah, but they traded up. He was slated to go like the bottom half of the first round. He was
supposed to go like top of the second.
We know Andy Reid always reaches for his quarterbacks. He did it with McNabb. He did it with Kevin Cobb. Kevin Cobb was good for a bit, but he just got concussion issues. Nick Foles, and then Pat Mahomes. Like the man knows quarterbacks.
Right. Hey, Keyshawn Vlad here said Desmond Ritter's getting the Matt Ryan hate from the. Look here, y'all. Desmond Ridder has done something in Atlanta sports history that I never thought I saw was possible in 4 games. He did something in 4 games that I never seen in Atlanta sports.
Good as it.
This dude get the Matt Ryan treatment from the fans and the Trey Young treatment from the media.
Well, how did I know you finna say that? I mean, too, boy.
I never.
How the fuck do you? How the fuck do you? How the fuck do you get? You're not better than Sam fucking Howell.
Sam Howell.
Nothing.
Sam Howell.
I remember one. I remember
the same Sam Howell that was supposed to have been the best quarterback in that quarterback class that ended up getting picked If you're using the same third round excuse, you better throw the fifth round thing on his ass.
It's pathetic, bro. I mean, this go back to something that Mike preaches a lot about the media and the responsibility they have to build the team up that they cover in their own city. They don't do it.
At all.
Instead, they rather keep the drama. They rather keep the drama narratives going.
And
And-
you wonder why guys like Jesse Tuggle ain't in the Hall of Fame. You wonder why guys like Tommy Nobles ain't in the Hall of Fame. You wonder why these guys like Roddy White gets no respect. You wonder why when they think of Deion Sanders, they don't give a fuck about him being a Falcon. They always think about him being a Cowboy.
A Cowboy or a 49er.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes to this media shit, it starts here. It starts here in Atlanta. But when you don't put no respect on guys that have on your legends, like a Jesse Tuggle ain't in the Hall of Fame, and that's a goddamn shame.
I mean, went the
They
longest.
really, yeah.
How long he went having the most solo tackles in NFL history?
I think he was in top 2.
I think he went like 8-9 years with like over 100
He
tackles.
went almost a decade.
Like 8 or 9. Yeah. I mean, come on, bro.
But when we have a media base in Atlanta, and this is why the content creating space is the new wave for the Atlanta Falcons media. Not just Atlanta Falcons media, but Atlanta sports.
We are extension of the media. All right. Whether we like it or not, we are extension of the media. We have become the voice of the people. And this is why we need y'all to hit that subscribe button and continuously support every Atlanta Falcons content creator, because without y'all, we're not going to be able to get a Jesse Tuggle in the Hall of Fame. It's not going to happen, bro. We got to put pressure on D-Lid. We got to put pressure on that piece of fucking shit, Jeff Schultz. He's a piece of fucking shit. I mean, every word of that too. All he does is prey on fucking negativity. He's a piece of shit. I hate his fucking gut. He never does anything positive.
Did he tell a lie?
He ain't. I'm not. Look, I'm laughing because I don't like Jeff. Matt might know how I feel about Jeff Schultz.
Bruh, I'm just a little bit more vocal than Dunn. He feels exactly how I feel.
I just laugh at the stupidity, man. At this point, I just laugh at people just writing just dumb stuff or saying dumb stuff. It's just, I'm like, if you don't like it, if you this good of a journalist, go cover another damn team. I'm pretty sure they got openings.
It's that right. Right.
Go work for the Athletic. They like shitting on everybody anyway.
I got some intel on that.
He's blackballed from the Athletic. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My bad.
Well,
I got pretty good intel on the Athletic, and she works with the Atlanta Falcons, and I'll just leave it at that. Dude is a piece of shit.
We'll leave it at that. We ain't gonna say that.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll need to tell.
Use your imaginations, people.
Yeah, just use your imagination. All right. She's no longer there, and she's no longer there for a reason. Like I said, I'll just leave it at that.
But like I said, you always got to think about it. You got all these young quarterbacks in the league. You got Jordan Love, who everybody is saying, well, he could be pretty good. Give him some time. Sam Howell, give him some time. Anthony Richardson, give him some time. CJ Stroud, give him some time. Bryce Young, give him some time.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to Desmond Ridder, it's fuck him. He ain't that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the problem, it starts with this shit. It starts, I don't want to say this motherfucker's name, but I'm going to have to throw his name out there. motherfucker named Cracker Jack. It starts with them motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
Sports talk. Well, some of the folks at Sports Talk ATL be doing the same shit.
Man, look,
it's irresponsible.
It feel like my left eye's about to pop out of my head.
Yeah.
Just make sure it don't get low.
Oh, it's gonna get low.
Oh my god! I see what you did there, sir.
I didn't mean to say that.
Y'all doing the most right
there. I didn't mean to say that. Y'all doing the most right there.
Oh man, y'all ain't right, bro.
I got a migraine right now, man.
But at the end of the day, we gonna be living our life like it's golden, right?
Oh man.
Don't get me started, bro. Please don't get me started. You do not want it to be that kind of show tonight.
Nah, man, I'm getting this thing right now anyway, though, man. But like I said, at the end of the day, with Desmond Ridder, we only gonna find out what we're gonna find out. He motherfucking plays. Like you said, Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith is putting. Like I said, and I'm not saying it as a bad thing, but they're putting their legacy, the start of their legacy, behind Desmond Ridder.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you can like it, you don't have to like it. But the problem is when you say you don't like it, don't flip-flop. Because we know some of y'all jackasses like to do shit like that.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Man, we seen it in 2016. Oh, Matt Ryan fired and he lost the Super Bowl. Man, that man trash. He gonna never be like Mike Vick. I'm like, y'all always flip-flop. Yeah, y'all hurrah when the team is winning, and then we lose. Oh man, that man trash. Like, once again, nobody in this city.
Yeah, they know who I'm talking about. This was the same motherfucker that said that Zach Wilson should have been drafted by the fucking Falcons. You see how the fuck that turned out.
Man, they wanted Zach Wilson, they wanted Trey Lance, and they wanted Justin Fields. All three of them. Look at them now.
Bruh.
This man ain't even passed for 2,700 yards. The hell with 37. He ain't even passed for 2,700 yards.
Bruh, I kid you not. I think it was either Todd McShay or somebody else deemed that 2021 quarterback draft class to be the greatest quarterback class since 1983.
So they just go ignore 2004 draft class though.
Yeah, they ignored that shit. They said the 2021 quarterback class was supposed to have been the greatest quarterback class since 1983.
That's what they said.
You got Zach Wilson, fucking folks' mama in Utah, so he ain't got no playing time now. Matt Jones, he's balling up in the corner right now because he don't like people yelling at him. Fields still out on Justin Fields. You gonna find out if he actually can take the next step. Trey Lance is still a question mark.
And they already gonna have the Mr. Irrelevant taking his spot in San Francisco.
Trevor Lawrence doing his damn thing right now. Like I said, but we got to see him do it continuously. It can't just be a 1 year, one hit wonder. So even with that, the book is still out on him.
Yep.
It's still time for them boys, man. Just not for Justin Fields. Not as long as he in Chicago with them dumbasses coaching him.
See, but the problem is when you're putting a tag like the greatest quarterback class since 1983. See, now you setting them up for expectations they could possibly meet, but you're setting it. Like I said, you fucking with the team psychology with these guys.
See, and I'm glad he said about Chicago, Justin Fields, and I feel like I don't see any development in Fields this year. What they should have did, and I'm gonna say this, they should have brought in Cliff Kingsbury when he was fired from Arizona and brought him in Chicago and been the offensive coordinator, or at least the quarterback's coach. for Justin Fields. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
They ain't got no quarterbacks though. They just got running backs.
But I feel like Cliff Kingsbury, he could have developed Fields in a certain type of way. Like Kingsbury.
I'm not gonna go crazy. 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 I'm not gonna rant. I'm not
They
gonna.
ain't got nothing running backs, bro. Fields ain't no quarterback right now. He's just a damn running back.
Man, he was that man, that team's
Pretty much.
leading rusher.
That's what the Falcons wanted down here. They wanted a running back behind center.
Arthur Smith took a low key shot. I mean, it wasn't even low key. He said, if your quarterback running that more, he's not a quarterback. He's a running back, and he was referring to Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A person he passed on due to took Kyle Pitts and left Fields on the board.
But exactly. So and right now, because of that, like a guy like Malik Willis is now falling victim to that quote unquote pre-draft hype that everybody be pushing.
It's fucked up how they
because now the expectation was he was supposed to be a generational guy who got drafted in the third round by a team that didn't want to develop him.
Yep. Ain't interested in developing them.
Right.
Didn't that boy play like one game?
He played one game, got his ass benched, and then they brought in Joshua Dobbs to play in their playoff game. I ain't even know Joshua Dobbs was still in the damn league.
I ain't watched that damn game that he played, but I'd imagine the nigga would have had to been skipping the ball like he's skipping rocks for him to just get exiled like that.
They threw 10 passes that game.
Come on, man.
People use the word generational talent so much they don't know what generational talent is. Generational talent is not something that happens every year. Like every year, a quarterback come out of the draft. Oh, he's a generational talent quarterback. No. Peyton Manning is a generational talent quarterback. All right, like Reggie White was a generational talent pass rusher. That means you're not going to see another player like that again, probably in the next 20 and 30 years. We still haven't seen a Reggie White, and the man ain't suited up for a team since 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
He played for the Panthers.
But let's go ahead and wind the show down tonight, man. Like I said, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, make sure you go ahead and hit everybody's socials. Like I said, let everybody go ahead and plug themselves, man.
Let me start out by saying this real quick, though. I want to give a special shout out. Special shout out to my boy Jokic. Nikolai Jokic. 15 points and 16 rebounds in the first fucking half. This dude is playing out of his fucking mind. I have not seen this level of dominance since Shaquille O'Neal. This dude is unfreaking stoppable right now. Let me repeat that. This is the first half of the game. Not the first quarter. The first half, not the first game. 16 points and 16 rebounds.
With
and 6 assists in the first fucking half of the game. This dude is playing out of his mind. So shout out to Jokic, bro. Dude playing insane, bro. I love great players. This dude playing out his mind, bro.
Hey, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis. Anthony, are you awake yet? You up from your nap yet, Anthony? Because he rocking your ass to sleep.
He working him, bro. Jokic playing out of his mind, bro.
Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid, take notes, nigga.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
telling you. Boy. Oh,
That
no, I
boy
ain't gonna
playing out of his
start.
mind. I love great dominant players like that.
Okay,
Seven
Dad, you
foot,
cussing. You cussing on
7
your
foot,
own show.
7'2", 300 pounds, and your ass sitting out here hitting fadeaway 3-pointers. Like, motherfucker, get your ass in the damn paint, nigga. We got shooters already.
Bro, I'm
Right.
John Collins too. Get your ass in the block.
You trying to go on for another hour, ain't you?
Nah,
Shit out.
I'm just opening enough material for the Rex pit, man. I'm just get
Yes,
my little
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that, alley. Ooh-wee.
Goddamn Joel Embiid and James Harden. Motherfucking, we can't do it all by our goddamn selves. Why you two motherfuckers sitting here at scoring 25 points, and you got 3 other guys that you said ain't helping you scoring 40, 50 points. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck is we talking about?
Like y'all did anything at all, you stupid motherfucker. Ain't
Like I
did
said,
nothing.
Like I said, the Celtics went on a 20-2 run, and your ass hitting fadeaway. Your ass trying to shoot fadeaway 3-pointers in that run where they need your big ass to get down on the block and play big and get easy pass. You know what, y'all? We about to goddamn end this shit. Like I said, definitely make sure you go. Anybody else want to go plug before I go on talking to myself rant right quick?
I mean, that's some bitch 7'2", bro. 270 some damn pounds, running around the damn perimeter like his name's Stephen Curry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, Fred. Hey, Fred, why'd you go ahead and plug yourself, man?
Hey, it's your boy Fred. Hey, I will have a video coming out. Probably be dropping it tomorrow around 2:00 Central Time. Schedule release.
Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to your boy Fresh.
Oh my god, man!
All right, Don. You gonna go ahead and plug yourself as well, man?
I ain't got nothing to plug. What do you say? Anyway, but I ain't got nothing to plug for real. Y'all know I'm the Don. Hey, I was good staying on the show with you guys tonight. Even though I'm gonna miss my going to Popeyes, getting me some dinner, so I'm gonna have to get some Taco Bell tonight. I guess I gotta settle for that. But hey, it's been great talking football with you guys and everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for joining in, and everybody who gave into the super chat. Hey, much love to y'all as well.
Hey, that steak grilled cheese busting, my guy. Get
So
on.
Taco. Oh, I tried it before. Look, I'm a foodie, man. I may end up starting me a YouTube channel just talking about food. Like, it's coming soon. It's coming.
Hey,
Food
man.
and the BGs.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
See, that's one thing about me. I don't even have BGs like that, but I got an iron stomach.
Damn that boy. I eat too much of that shit, boy. I'll be sitting there. You know what? We're not gonna discuss that story at the end of the show. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you better have your ass at the Rex pit 6:30 Thursday.
6:30. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6:30.
And be punctual about it.
I saw that.
Oh my god.
Y'all take it easy.
Be crazy.